Welcome back to the playoffs. Calgary Flames. We miss one season and we get right back in by the skin of our teeth. I don't have the standings right here. Let me do this. Since I mean, it's in the last video too. You can go back and see the end of the last video if you want to know. But we barely made it in, bro. We, by the literal, look at this. We had 3 teams with 91 points. We were right behind Chicago. The difference is they got 1 win over our 41 wins, but we are not the last team in. We are the last team in the West. But overall, we're not the last team in. That would belong to the New Jersey Devils with 87 points. That's because the Metro was very weak. But, yeah, we are the last team in the West that made the playoffs. This is all the standings and who made it in. I showed the playoff tree at the end of the last episode. I'll show the playoff tree, sure. Why not? It's right here. It's not like it's far to go, and it's not like it's hard to get into. So this is how the playoffs shake out, at least as far as round 1 is concerned. Nobody's played a game yet, and that's the seeding and the matchups. I'm really desperately hoping for that Battle of Alberta playoff style. Going into the playoffs, this is our roster. It's right there in front of you. You've seen it before. If you watched the previous episodes, you saw the way that we went into the deadline and that we acquired Peverly, who's playing on the 4th line just to kill penalties, play a defensive style game. I got a couple players scratched, but this is the roster that got us here. It's the roster that is going to open the series against the best team in the Western Conference. And that's the D pairings. Also, I figured out how to pronounce that guy's last name. It's not Loaf. It is really it's pretty much pronounced Love, or something like that. Essentially very similar to Love. So I'm just going to go with Love. That's how I'm going to pronounce his name. He is on the first pair with Ekblad. We got Laxo, Peckham, Seeloff, Ollie. That's the D pairs. That's the power play. First and second unit power plays. And, of course, the goaltender. Peter Mrazek is going in the goal crease, planning on having him play every game. I mean, he played 70. No, he played all 82 games this year, actually. He played in all 82 games. He's more than capable of playing a best-of-7 playoff series. But we also need to look at the San Jose Sharks, and that's why I'm in this screen. I primarily came here to see Gagliardi is still here, Couture still here, and now we've got a new face, Bertrand. 80 overall, so that tells me this kid's a rookie. He's got to be a rookie. 80 overall, playing on the first line. Well, this team has a bunch of, like, low 80s and high 70s. Basically built very similar to ourselves. But this team won the West? They were the best team in the West, right? Were they not the best team in the West on their record? I didn't pay attention. They definitely won the Pacific. Hand over fist, they won the Pacific. So this was the best team in the division, if not the West. I got to double check myself on whether they won the West. But Bickle still playing. Brian Bickle joins San Jose. He's on the second line with Pavelski. Very interesting setup here. Devin Setaguchi. So there's your top 6 right there. So we just looked at the top 6. Adam Pettit, Watson third line, Hurl, Crescenzi. That's definitely Italian. I can tell you that's an Italian last name. Salonen on the 4th line. So their 4th line is basically very defensively minded. Their entire bottom 6 is defensively minded. Two-way, grinder, two-way. Defensively, Roland McEwen, we overviewed him the last time we faced the Sharks in the playoffs, and he's playing alongside an 89 overall Brent Burns, who's listed actually as a power forward, but you all know that Brent Burns converted to D, and that's where he's playing in this game. He's playing on the defense pair. Mueller and Irwin, second pairing. Vlasic still a Shark with Greba. Sharks power play. Remember, Joe Thornton retired a long time ago, so he wasn't even available to the Sharks in the last playoff series that we played against the Sharks before we got eliminated by them, because Thornton retired. So they got Pavelski still there, of course, centered by Couture, Bertrand in there on the power play. So that's basically the first line. Mueller and McEwen. Then they got Gagliardi, Pettit, Setaguchi. That's basically... Where was Pettit playing? Was he in the... he's on the third line, but he's on the power play. And Antti Niemi, that is unchanged, still here. Niemi and Mrazek do battle. once again in the blue paint in a playoff series. And those San Jose Sharks, boy, did Logan Couture have a season. I mean, 28 goals is okay. I was expecting more, but he had an 82-point season. That's point per game, exactly. Point per game, great year for Logan. Bertrand, this Charles Bertrand, man, he's not a rookie. He's 29 from France. He wasn't even drafted. Undrafted player to an entry-level deal. So I guess technically he is a rookie. This is a weird one. He's on an ELC, or is he just making... I guess he's just making league minimum. But would he be a rookie? He's just 80 overall. This is such a weird one. Never heard of this guy, but he's come out of nowhere. Look at that wrist shot power. He's come out of nowhere to be one of the Sharks' leading offensive players. He had 20 goals, 50 assists season in 82 games. Pavelski, 67 points, 32 goals. That might lead the Sharks in goals. So just here's how the Sharks shook up this season. That's just what they did in terms of forwards. And their leading defenseman, Roland McEwen. Big offensive output, 20 goals season. Oh, Look out for Roland McEwen. This guy can produce points and he can produce goals from the blue line. Mirko Mueller, Brent Burns, Erwin Vlasic. This defense core gets points, man. They do 48, 40, 38. Not too shabby. And they also keep the puck out at the back of the net as well. They score and they keep it out. Plus 23 for Burns, plus 22 for McEwen, so that top pair is stout. Kind of season did Niemi. Niemi and Bishop basically split the games 50-50 throughout the season, and Niemi we're focusing on him. He had a 2.19 GAA, so that's a great GAA, stellar stuff. And his save percentage, yeah, I would expect his save percentage to be very close to 93 with that level GAA and that many games played. But he played basically half the games, though, that Peter Mrazek did. So without further ado, should we just get right into it? Should we just play the game? Okay, somebody asked about sliders. I'm glad I remembered. I'm going to show all the sliders. This is what I play on. So for those of you that are curious, well, we're superstar difficulty with a custom game style, and and I'll show you the rules too. Here's the rules: 12-minute periods. That seems to get the games over in a nice amount of time, so the games aren't too long when I go in and play. So here's the slider settings. The general sliders are like this. So just take note. Game speed maxed out, attribute effects at basically 2. Fatigue effect turned way up and recovery way down. Puck control at a minimum. And you can see the difference in player acceleration. I have this slider turned down a bit and the AI still outskate me to loose pucks, even with the AI nerfed like this. That's how ridiculous the computer is on Superstar difficulty. Broken stick frequency at 1. AI. So AI learning because we're superstar difficulty, to kind of offset how good the AI are, we have to turn AI learning down a bit so it's midway. Difficulty adjustment is here. And then a couple notches above that, strategy adjustment is maxed out for the CPU. My human strategy adjustment turned all the way down. There is no human strategy adjustment. That's on me to adjust strategy mid-game. Face-off difficulty like that, fight difficulty like that, penalties max out for the CPU, and then mine are one click below that for my teammate penalties, and we still don't get power plays even with these sliders, so the CPU just doesn't take penalties on this difficulty. Passing assist is right in the middle, pass speed right in the middle, saucer pass speed one click above that. Pass accuracy, trying to somewhat nerf the AI because they are extremely good on this difficulty, and I'm just trying to make it somewhat playable on the max difficulty. Reception ease is right there for both teams, almost one click below maximum basically. Maxed out pass interceptions for both teams, and that does it for passing. Shooting, my sliders are one click above the computer for shooting here. So shot power is the same for both teams, but accuracy, I have given myself an advantage by one click in the sliders. That's because if I don't do this, the AI are going to heavily outshoot my team if I do not nerf the slider. Checking. And it's about realistic stats. I'm all about trying to get semi-realistic stats when I play this as well. So aggression, this was 1 click below before, but for the previous playoff round that we did in Season 5, I bumped this aggression by 1, so this is where it is now. So that's where aggression is now. It was 1 click below that before. Hitting power at the minimum value, so we don't have ridiculously big hits, but we still have some pretty good hits in this game, even with that slider botched like that. Stick lift effectiveness is like that. Poke effectiveness is like that. And the goaltender settings. We have reaction speed at 4. That seems to be the right value for the goaltenders, and the screen effect 1 click below maximum. We have a rich playoff history with the San Jose Sharks, do we not? I think every time that we've made the playoffs in this GM mode, have we not played the Sharks every single time? And I don't know what the record is. I think we've beaten them. What have we done? Have we beaten them 2 times in the playoffs and they beat us once, or have we beaten them 3 times? I don't know. We face off once more. Gotten very familiar with each other. In this postseason, T-Sakes leads us off at center, opposed by Couture, and he wins the draw, and we're back at it. And we got Love with the puck. I figured out how to pronounce his last name. I Googled it, how to say that name, and now I figured it out. I got to get used to all these players. We got new faces in the lineup that we didn't have a couple seasons ago when we got eliminated by San Jose in the second round. Look at Jiri Tolusti. He's one of those faces. A sprawling attempt by Niemi. We got the setup behind the net. Tolusti works with this. In front to... Oh, Riley Smith almost scored. How about that creativity from behind the net? The Sharks are really aggressive to start. We had a couple of guys trying to start one on the first play of the game. And so, oh, that did get on net. So a big little juicy rebound was given up, but cleaned up nicely by the D. Love... As I try to remember how to pronounce that guy's name. I gotta remember there's new faces, new numbers on this team. Laxo, not a new face or a new number. Net's come off. That was nudged off by a Sharks player, or our player was nudged into the net. Troy Brouwer, again, another face that has been here for a while. I don't know how long he's been here for now. It's been a long GM mode. I know that Brouwer has been a part of the lineup for a while. Laxo as well, and Peckham, very familiar with those two guys. They won the cup with us way back when, quite a few seasons ago. That pops up in the air, and out of midair, it is grabbed by the Sharks. Brian Bickle brings it in, no longer a Chicago Blackhawk here. He's joined forces with San Jose. Setaguchi off the side of the net. Laxo tried to get to that. We just need to pump this puck out. Oh, look at that beautiful, clean reception. Brouwer's in the clear. He's in the distance, and it's off the side of Niemi and the net here. Irwin picks it up. And a loose puck scramble there at center. The Sharks can go with it. They drop it off. Pavelski return pass to Mueller, and it is Setaguchi on the doorstep looking for that first goal there. This is Granlund. I know for a fact this is Granlund. Does he have the moves? The shake and bake, the cutback, nudged off of it. Got to get it back. He gets help from Ollie. Keith Ollie, new face in the lineup for the Flames. Seeloff T-1. Oh! Niemi, he made the save, but he didn't know where it was initially. We could have pounced on that one. So no David Desharnais. We took Desharnais out of the lineup in favor of Rich Peverley. He'll be out there at some point. Might be out there right now. He is. He's taking this face off. He wears 49 here. I don't know what he wore in... He played in Dallas and Boston, I know that. I don't know what number he wore there. I think 49 probably is his number. I brought him here to win face-offs, play good D, and kill penalties. And that's why he's here. And also deke the puck into Antti Niemi. That's what I brought him here for. We're going to pinch. We're going to pinch. Yeah. Get in there. Oh, Peverley has it back. I'm going to rim that. Or I'll just do that. That wasn't exactly a rim, but whatever that was, it works out well enough. Fourth line going to work here, grinding it out. Going to figure out all these new players. Ekblad signed to that big contract in the summer. Show me what it's all about. Show me what you're being paid 8-point-something million for. Deflection on. Side of the net. We're going to get a lot of shots from the point in this game and this series. Ekblad with love. Love. It's gonna be. It doesn't really roll off of my tongue particularly well. Headman pass missed Smith, so that's an inaccurate pass, and it'll be an icing. Griba touches up, or Griba. I have pronounced it both ways. Man, that's a mouthful. Mouthful of a start to this game. Was that clean on net? Oh, no, that was deflected. No, that was clean on net. I thought it was deflected down by Toulouse on its way through. So D-zone, obviously an icing, so a D-zone face-off, and the same players stay out there. That's why Ekblad's still out here. Sagan, the center, being paid 7 point, I believe it was like, oh, it went to the back door. It was like 7.415 million, another one-timer from the point. On net as well, so at least we're getting the puck on net. So the shooting accuracy is there to begin with. We're going to go second line, second pair. I want to be a little more active controlling these things. Line changes, D changes. Because we have that fatigue effect turned way up, and I need to be smart about what exact group is on the ice at any one time. Granlund, show me why you scored. I forgot how many goals. 23 goals this season? He had a big season in the regular season. He is a true second-line center. You can definitely make that. You don't even have to make the argument. The proof is in the pudding. He's a second-line center now. His numbers speak for itself. There we go. We wait for that puck to get there. Headman pass over to Kostitsin. We're going to just try to deke to the outside around this defender. And Mueller with good D. Stole it away from Hanowski. Hanowski was a revelation, I believe, a couple playoffs. The year we won the Cup? Was he not here the year we won the Stanley Cup? I think Hanowski was the revelation that year. Oh, he passed it to Mrazek. That was an accident. I was trying to go D to D there. Laxo finding Kostitsin. How's the passing accuracy this smooth right now? Hanowski, a toe drag move to the outside, cutback move against the defender. We're going to skate to the corner, try to protect that puck and hold it in. Back down low. That's going to be wide of the net, but we keep it in. Shuffled down low. Eller along for Hanowski. Yep, Lars Eller here. There's a nudge by Hanowski. Clean nudge, too. Kept in. Oh, we're going to skate right into that guy. His skating art took him right into that defender. Ollie, low to the net, looking for a deflection. Brower, back up top. Another one-timer and a rebound. Off of the pad save from Niemi. Wow, the chances are there. Pucks are flying from the point for Calgary tonight. It's going to hit something on the way through, and it might go in. So we're going back to first pairing. That'll be Aaron Ekblad and Love. I'm probably still butchering it. I feel like I'm butchering it, but that's the way I'm going to pronounce it from here on in. Ekblad, you got a guy all over you. Who's that going? Go to the back door. Paverly was going to the back door, but he's a right shot on that side of the rink. We accidentally played that behind the red line. Just dump it in. Oh, Cogliano. He got run over. He ate some on that hit. He's back up and he's involved in the play. Love, get back here. Skate, 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 Love. He gets on Bertrand. That's that guy that we noted is, I'm not sure if he's a rookie or what it is. He's either making league minimum or he's on an ELC making league minimum or he's just making league minimum as an old player. I don't know what it is. But he had a great season. Way to keep that in. And then Rodula just misskated it. Good job. Here's the Italian guy. I forgot the last name already. I should know that with my freaking Italian last name. But he gets a puck on net there. Ekblad can't get it out. There's a stick lift battle going on here between Ekblad and I'm not even sure who that is. Smith pinned it to the boards. Ekblad helps him out. Going to go D to D. Love is not paying attention. Headman finding Krezhenski. That's the name of the Italian guy. Hurdle dumps it in, and then he got smushed into the boards at center ice. This is some physical play to start this game. We don't expect anything less from these two teams. They practically should hate each other. Just pure hatred for each other right now. After facing each other the last few playoff rounds. I think like I said, every time we've been in, I think we've seen San Jose. This is Sagan. What a move by Sagan. And then he lost possession. And it's into Niemi. So Niemi's going to have it covered there in the blue paint. Good effort from Sagan. I just want to avoid any big body checks for number 91. He cannot be getting injured on this playoff run for us, but if we can get into open space with a player as dangerous as Sagan, that was that big hit I was talking about. Surprised there wasn't a penalty. That was Hurdle. I think that was Hurdle. Oh, we've won 5 of 7 face-offs, and we lost, but not that one. So I'm taking this to the net. Brower side of the net opportunity. Eller was looking for the rebound. It was there in front. It was an opportunity to be had. Seeloff, you got to be on the retrieval. We're going to go D to D here. Still trying to feel out my commentary because, again, it's been a while. We missed the playoffs. Oh, I slashed the stick right out of that guy's hand. Mrazek cover. And we'll play. Actually, we'll play it. We got help here. We got a chance to break it out. I'm going to try. But it's been a while since we played playoff games. I'm going to dump this in. Just wide of Niemi. Oh, why did you go passing it? Going and passing it. Back to the point. Or back to the point and on the net. That's fine with me. Gagliardi nudged. There's a pass that finds Couture off the skate and then back out to center. Sharks almost had that in had they not messed up that pass. Hanowski looking. Still shakes off a couple Sharks. Finds Granlund eventually. Granlund a move. Granlund a windmill? Oh, he went between 2 Sharks defenders, though, with the windmill. Remember, he scored a windmill goal against the Sharks the last time we had a playoff appearance. So I don't know what game it was. It was a game that was at home in Calgary. So if you want to know, I don't know what specific game. I can't tell you that information, but it was against the Sharks at home in our last playoff appearance. Sick highlight reel play from Granlund. Neither team yet to take a penalty here. Talusti waiting. That was a dangerous, and we're going to carry it back out and back in offside. That was an accident. I was trying to just do a sly pull-up move so I could get the puck to Sagan, but then I messed it all up. Either way, neutral zone face-off. Sagan goes a little bit early here, but he can reset himself. We got a tie-up on the face-off. Sharks will regain possession and dump it in, so they get it 200 feet away. We're just going to shovel that along the boards. Riley Smith anticipates it up to Sagan, and that'll be a good dump in, just a quick dump in. We're a team that's not going to dump it in very often, or at least that's not my initial game plan anyway. I don't really have a game plan. We got to feel this thing out. This is a different Sharks team than the last time they were in the playoffs and the last time we were in the playoffs. Both teams missed the playoffs, by the way, in Season 6. Neither team made it. That's a dangerous pass for Sagan. I shouldn't have done that. So Sagan, we're going to chop this to the outside, send it back down behind the net. Rogula's all over that, but he overskated the puck. But he knew exactly where to be and what to do. Pavelski, rink wide, Setaguchi, slap shot, rebound off of Mrazek. Commentary's starting to come together a little bit better for me, or at least that's how I personally feel right now. Going to take me a while to shake off the rust. Good rebound cleaned up by Peckham. We run into Tennyson, and it goes offside to Pavelski. 33.2 to go in the first period. My voice really hasn't had a break in this game so far, but I really wanted to get into recording this. As soon as I found out, when I recorded the episode yesterday, I found out that we were going to make the playoffs. I had to get on recording a gameplay episode. We needed to get some gameplay done. I was super excited, especially after missing the postseason in Season 6. So ideally, I think we just get out of the period at worst with a scoreless tie here. Don't give up a goal to the Sharks, but let's try to go and be aggressive. Let's get one here. Brower. That was a quick shot off the shoulder of Niemi, but it'll be on net, and that is it. It is a scoreless tie into the first intermission of play. There have been some chances both ends, but it's been a really, really tightly contested game. Tight checking. Not a whole lot of speed to be gained through the middle. Not a lot of room to be had in the offensive zone. You can see teams are blocking shots and getting in the lanes. We outshot them 8-7 in period 1. So not, like I said, not a lot going on offensively for either side in this game. We've dumped it in a few times. They've dumped it in a few times. That was the perfect time to have a controller disconnection right before the face-off, because that should be a smooth edit. I should be able to edit that out smoothly. We'll dump it in, but I'm sure that's an icing. Yes, it is. It was behind the red line, but I was feeling the pressure on that face-off to dump that in. Ideally, you can skate it up to the red line and just send it, but I didn't want to put Love in that scary position for a big body check, so I just dumped it. I don't want this puck. I'm sending it. I don't want it. Need this first line to get going a little bit here. We brought Riley Smith in to score goals and provide the offense. How about on a dump in? Oh, they come back. Whoa, that came back out through the 5-hole of Niemi out the other way. We almost did score on I wouldn't have anticipated the first goal in this series being a Riley Smith dump in goal, but we nearly had it. I'm going to keep the first pair out there. This is risky. But I'm going to keep him out there. Niemi was caught off guard, I guess, by that dump in. And Ekblad can tell you about dumping a puck in and scoring because he did it to Corey Crawford on our Stanley Cup run. That's going to be back behind the blue line. So I'm going to have to, again, dump the puck in. This one's going to go to the corner. Nowhere near the goal crease. But a great forecheck there by Kostitsin. Oh, what a windmill, though. I know we didn't pull anything off with that windmill, but that was quite the windmill. Someone's really up on that forecheck. Good play, Kostitsin. Oh, forecheck's causing problems. Ekblad, 360 no-scope attempt, and he didn't score. If he did score, that would have been sick. You know, I didn't think he would do a full-on spinorama. I was just trying to do like a 10 and 2 move, but he full-on spinorama and fooled Bickle with that move and got a shot on net. Glove side, yeah, he's trying to pick glove side up by the ear. Nothing wrong with that play. All of our defensemen are going to have shots on goal in this game because that seems to be the way to go right now. Down low for Brouwer. Get a shot on goal. We're trying to shovel at the puck. Eller back to the point. Peckham was kneeling. And it goes back outside the neutral zone. So a dump-in opportunity here. Go get a line change. Fresh change of bodies. What a forecheck. A forecheck has been godly so far. Eller to Stallberg. One-timer there. Handled well by Niemi. And we take the penalty. The first penalty of this game is going to go to the Flames. So we will find out all about Rich Peverly's penalty-killing skills in a moment. The Sharks go offside on that. They had the power play. They had the delayed call, and they go offside. And they will now be on the power play for hopefully the full 2 minutes because we need to kill this thing off. I think I took Brouwer off the penalty kill. I don't think he's killing penalties, but this is Sagan, so this is the first penalty kill unit. Probably not the wisest idea to win that on the forehand, but it worked out anyway. Cogliano, a dump in on goal will suffice. We will 10 and 2 move it. Wow, what a wicked shot that was. Even though it's off the net, it's still a wicked shot. Look at Cogliano, this AI player. I just let the AI player go to work there. Yes, Peckham, that's fine. Now, yes. What are we? Whoa, Peckham activates from the D. Shake move. He's going to get bumped around a little bit there. Burns had it there for a moment and sends it along to his teammate. Bertrand has it now. At the red line, blue line, and dumped in. Just trying to get it full 200 feet away, and they're trying to get a line change. I want to clear it, so we'll get it all the way down. Penalty kill does not need to go full-on aggression like we just did. We put a nice display on there of what we can do. We don't need to. Setaguchi's offside, so I'll leave that alone. For right now, 44 seconds to go on the first kill of the game. Well, that was Peckham's. Oh, never mind. That's Peckham's. Peckham made a nice play to activate down the half wall before that, and it was a beautiful effort on that shorthanded try to get a goal. I'm very surprised by how aggressive everyone on the ice was. Peverly cannot win this faceoff. I think I've taken 2 faceoffs with Peverly, and he's lost both of them. His face-off rating is like 90 or something like that. It's like 90 in terms of how good his face-off category is. I'm just chasing this guy around the ice. Berkshire, I don't know who that is. Yes, get to that. Up to Stallberg. That'll be a dump in. Just kill the penalty. Dumped in wide of the net. Niemi is having PTSD about that dump in earlier from Riley Smith. He said, don't dump it in on me again. Uh-oh, Ekblad. We're going to make not a play with it, but Peverly's on that. And Peverly, the drop pass to Talusti, blocked off a Sharks player, but I'll take that. After a big penalty kill, we shovel it further down into the zone. Be on your marks on the forecheck. We are tonight. Seeloff dangles it in offside. I was going to dump that right back in, but I think I had my finger on the button that does a deke. He did a loose puck deke, and that's that big clapper from Talusti that got blocked right off the knee of McEwen. I don't know how he's still in the game, you know. If even with the great technology we have these days and how good the shin pads are, you'd be feeling that one. That's the thing of note right now that I'm seeing. The forecheck is excellent. Forecheck for Calgary. Looks great. Can it lead to a goal? That's a bigger question right now. Peckham rimming it around. Laxo is waiting. Now Kostitsin is. I'm going to slap this one in, but you got to be on your horse. Hanowski got to go. Got to turn on those turbojets. Forecheck is doing exactly that. Hanowski back in. Trouble with the save. Niemi is a rebound bobbled out of reach. I don't know who this is for San Jose, but he's a one-man show. And a penalty is called again. I disagree with this call. It's going to be Peckham. He is a penalty trouble He gets into penalty trouble a lot. Penalty taker, troublemaker. That is the line that I used in the previous playoff series. I got to stick with that line. That's going to become a staple of mine, but that is true of Theo Peckham. I disagree with that call. I think he made a clean body check. They called boarding, but anyway, we got to kill another one off. I thought we looked great on the first PK. In fact, we were the aggressors on the PK, whereas you would think the San Jose would be with their power play opportunity. Cogliano nicely done to get it all the way down the rink. Just make the safe play with it right now. Seguin chasing Burns all the way down the ice. This is Burns still with it. Coast to coast he goes. Brent Burns, coast to coast opportunity denied and cleared again by Cogliano, having both clears on the peak. Wow, we should have jumped all over that. Now, there was some miscommunication between the Sharks players and Niemi. Someone's got to cover the guy in front of the net. Cogliano doing that nicely right now. That's in front for Peverly. On the backhand, lifted out of the zone. So an excellent PK in a different way this time. Not so aggressive, but just being very intelligent with how we go about killing this penalty. Keith Ollie is flat-footed coming back this way. Stop-up move, one-timer in the goal crease. I didn't realize we had it. Peverly, smart clear again by Rich Peverly. All the way down, 200 feet. It goes. Mueller, forecheck PK on the PK, looking fantastic right here on this shift. That should do it. We're hanging back very conservatively, obviously killing this penalty. Mrazek bobbles another save, and Stahlberg up to Peverly. Out of the box, Mueller is all over that pass. Peckham was all the way on the other side of the blue line for all intents and purposes there, so that was never going to get there. Pavelski is decked just a little bit. Seguin chasing down whoever wears 3 here. I guess that's Bertrand, but I'm not entirely certain. I didn't pay attention to the Sharks jersey numbers when I did my preview coming into this game. But the best thing we can do is pull up and just send that along. Toulouse is with me. So I want to get my forward in on the forecheck, get that puck back. He has. Kicking it along that kick strip, but the Sharks go away. It's Vlasic on the wing, outlet to Hurdle. Through center, intercepted by Seguin, and then just given away to Salonen. Vlasic on the zone entry, dumped in. They're changing a little bit. I think we got time here. Hanowski, we can shake the move past the Sharks player and then hammer it in off the boards. That kind of slows it down on the way into the zone as well. Allows the forecheck to get set up, but nonetheless, Sharks are away. But Watson in, Watson shooting. Rebound there. A second try. Might be the first time in the game that Mrazek is tested on successive shots. Burns from the point. Rebound, Watson. Yes, I told you. That's like 4 in a row. Out to Granlund. We're going to shake this. Loose puck move. Opening up the hips. Finding Kostitsin. He goes around. Skate to stick. And wide. Granlund, we got to get it back in. Funnels it behind the net. In front for Granlund. That one is going to be deflected, and back out come the Sharks. So good possession for both teams. Really a tightly contested game. I didn't expect this from these two teams here tonight. Ekblad up the middle, making a nice play. Man, I feel like I haven't even gotten to my game yet. I'm still rusty. What was that save? Well, he's connected on the one-timer backdoor perfectly, but Niemi leaps at it. Literally leaped at the puck. Incredible scenes here in San Jose. We should be on the board right now, but we are not. Good board play there by Stahlberg. Get into one. Get into one here, guys. Other side of the rink, Stahlberg after Bickle. You're not going to knock Bickle off the puck so easily, but we did get the possession and then stick lifted. San Jose in full attack mode here, but Setaguchi so far offside that I think even Helen Keller could have called that one offside. Incredible. I wanna dump the puck in. We win it. We want to dump it. Peckham, man, you've had a few mistakes in this game. I'm starting to get concerned about Peckham. Made a few dumb mistakes in this game. That dump in attempt, the penalty earlier. Laxo, a clean retrieval is critical. This is crucial time here. Over to Peckham, and well, it's gonna find Radula anyway. Radula. Whoa! That was a nice move. Almost had Greba completely fooled with that one. I'd like to see our power play get a shot in this game here. Peckham, dangerous move in front of the net, but we find the outlet. It's Riley Smith. Haven't heard much from Riley Smith in this game. Smith fakes a slap shot after letting the puck go. Seguin off the tie-up, the board play, and it is Setaguchi, I believe, with this now. Loaf. He's going to defend Setaguchi well enough to force a dump in. Back around it is forced. Toulouse pokes it back in. Further into the flame zone. Smith with the retrieval on the boards. We go rink wide to Love. Now it's Toulouse. He shakes away from the Sharks defender until he couldn't anymore. This is Mueller. Mirko Mueller, well played. But defensively, Setaguchi. He's going to dump this in. He's surrounded by 3 Flames players. I don't see how a dump in wasn't even considered by Setaguchi. That one's knocked free of Pavelski. Mueller picks it up for Pavelski. Mueller and Irwin playing a bit of a weird game of catch there and dumped in, of course, from center. Hanowski on the wing. We're sub 2 minutes to go in the period. We're going to do our little move across the middle, but we went offside and it ruined the play. So I was going to do my little drag move where I skated in wide on the wing and then cut across the middle. So dangerous. Riley Smith takes one from... Who is wearing 11 here? Well, he took a big hit there. I don't want to see Riley Smith taking hits like that. That kind of punishment is not allowed. Brouwer just sends it in as the controller disconnected at that exact precise moment. Great forechecking effort. We just can't get back to the puck. Krzyzewski or Krzyzewski? I believe it's Krzyzewski. I've already mispronounced it. Krzyzewski. A couple mispronunciations of that guy's name. Poor play in the corner, but no one had the puck. Out to center. Just out of the reach of Brouwer, but he's harassing McEwen all the while. Salonen to Hurdle to Krzyzewski. Krzyzewski. That's my best pronunciation. Just missing Cogliano on the wing for the breakout, and that is going to be 2 periods of play in the books. No score. We have a scoreless tie entering the third. Tremendous goaltenders duel this. I can't believe this game is just scoreless tie entering the third. I mean, we haven't seen a whole lot from either team's offense. The grade A's, though, that have been there have been grade A's. What a grade A hit from Ekblad on Couture. I believe he hit Couture. That one's going to miss Riley Smith. McEwen is, again, able to pounce on one and keep the Flames' attack at bay for right now. Until that mistake, we should have capitalized, but it will be a penalty drawn by Sagan, a hook, a minute into the third. Brent Burns guilty of hooking, and into the box he will go. First power play of the night we haven't seen from the man advantage for the Flames, the newly anointed captain as well of the Flames. I forgot about that. Sagan is your captain. He's wearing the C. The A's are Riley Smith and Aaron Ekblad are wearing the A's for this team. So get in there, Radula. Keep the puck alive. Toulouse keeps it alive. Back up top. Ekblad dished off Hanowski. Back up top. Ekblad. Quick one-timer into the face. And what a pass to set up Radula, but a great save was made by Antiniemi. We're going to leave it there. We'll play it off the boards. It kicks around. Hanowski has retrieval. Got to skate away from that, but we skate right into that. And what a hit. So Radula, windmill, trying to hit the one-timer, but it's going to be deflected away. Well defended. Rimmed around. Radula keeps it in. Back up top for Ekblad. Ekblad to Hanowski. Back to Ekblad. There's a deflection there, and Hanowski can't pounce on it. That should be a change of units, but a great opportunity. The umbrella looks great for the one-timing opportunities that are available with that unit, so just something to keep in mind. Over to Sagan, we miss it. Let Loaf pick that up. Loaf has to dump it in to avoid the big body connection that was going to happen in the neutral ice. Sagan comes away with this. Sagan, cutback move. All right, Sagan working the half wall. Back up top, it's going to go. Over to Laxo. Laxo rink wide. Sagan, score! Riley Smith on the power play. He picks up the loose puck in front. It was blocked down off of Sagan's one-timer. And we finally have a goal. The shutout is broken by the man that we traded for to get the offense. What a sauce on that. The sauce on that pass for the one-timer was filthy. Nice cleaned up garbage in front. Niemi not even in the blue paint to make a save on that. That could be a crucial, it could be the only goal in this game, so obviously that would make it crucial. But we have to play stout D to the end. If we get on the power play, look out. Remember, I brought Riley Smith here to do the things that Sven Baertschi just was not doing enough of, and that was scoring goals. Now, if I know that Sven Baertschi was a crucial part of our Stanley Cup run, scoring a lot of important goals, including on the power play, but man, I want to believe that Riley Smith is going to do it more consistently, and he started off on a great note here in round one. Eller still has the puck here. Skate the stick move. Eller gets away from that. Ollie back to Eller. We're going to play it behind the blue line. So Eller, a skate move by Eller. Eller's shaky out here. Look how shifty Eller is. He's still shifty. He didn't have possession anymore. He's a little too shifty. Got carried away with myself. And I did a few too many dekes. We're going to puck chop. Oh, I tried to puck. Something I haven't done yet in this game. Peverly comes away with it only for a moment. And that is an offside. That would definitely have been an offside if they brought that back in. Dumped in. Keith Ollie to retrieve. You want to pick it up and put it on your stick blade. And a straight headman pass finds Rodula. Rodula to the back door. Cogliano not even available for a pass. He was nowhere near where that pass was intended. Oh, I'm out of breath. I'm out of brain juice as well. My brain just can't keep up. This gameplay is too much right now. Whew. The nice thing is to have a lead right now. It's nice to have that lead at the moment, but it may not be enough. So Ekblad pulls it back. Over to Luff, but he is offside. How do we make that pass and go offside? That should have been a cleaner pass than that, but anyway. I'll get a chance to collect myself for a second because we do have that whistle, that break in play. If we win, we dump it in. We didn't win the face-off. I got that on the neutral zone. You got to dump it right back in. You win the face-off, dump it right back in. Be on the boards, be on that forecheck. Keep harassing Burns. Toulouse doing a fantastic job. Forecheck has been too much to keep up with for San Jose. So this is Sagan. Peeling back, going between the two defenders. Gets to the inside. Whoa! Tyler Sagan! If he scored on that, that would have been sick. He just completely left the defenders in his dust. And they want a good piece of him after the whistle. Listen, Logan Couture, anytime that the clock is running, that's fine. But the clock is not running right now, and it is running, and there is time running out for your team right now. Trailing 1-0 in this game. I will talk my trash. I gratefully dislike the San Jose Sharks. They ended my season prematurely. Oh, Granlund! And he pots one. Opportunity presents itself, and he does not miss. Well, it squeaked loose to Granlund in front of Niemi, and it goes 5-hole for sure. Kostitsyn's going to get a point on this. He jarred it free. I don't think Niemi was expecting that to happen at all. You can clearly see he was surprised by the fact that Granlund ended up with a puck in front, untouched. 2-0 lead, just like that. We have come to avenge ourselves in this series. Not playing any games. So this has been a nice little third period. The top six has goals. We have a goal on the power play, so that would be Riley Smith, who's a part of the first line. Of course, on the power play, not at even strength he scored. But then we had Granlund, the second unit or second line center, scoring on a fortuitous bounce. Back to Peckham. Peckham just sent it back in. What a weird play that was by the Sharks defender trying to block that one. Kostitsyn walks in, uncontested by the defense, and we get a shot on goal. That's all that I was trying to do. Work a good opportunity on the net. We don't just have to throw everything at the net. We can also be a little more precise with what we're trying to do out here. Work a cycle. Work the half wall. Work the boards. Make this team defend you. But it's also fun to just throw it back to the point and then hammer it on the net. That works too. Create rebounds, second chance opportunities. So I'd like to see that from the fourth line. Just get the puck on the net. Fourth line, go out there and get deflections and opportunities. Peverly knows what I'm talking about. He's looking for that Stanley Cup opportunity right here. This might be a last shot for Rich Peverly. I believe he's 37. 37 years of age. Might be a last shot opportunity for him to get a Stanley Cup. I would love for him to do it here with the Flames. Peverly is waiting for that pass on the outlet. Nice breakout. We go here. Dangle moved by Peverly just because he had no teammates, so might as well dangle. Brower back to the point. Loaf over to Ekblad. We'll just shove that on. Rebound opportunity is waiting. Peverly tried to hit Adam. He will at least take a run at Adam. It's all about killing the rest of the game off right here. Ekblad, I know it's balancing, but you got to just retrieve it. We did not. Crescenzi went back to the point. They float one on. Eller rims it behind the net. Oh, they run into... Loaf and Stahlberg run into each other, or Love and Stahlberg run into each other, rather, as I get the pronunciation right again. But that's not the most important thing right now. That shot from Crescenzi hailed wide. Ekblad jars it free, and then he goes for a hip check that totally missed. And it's poke free. Love. He's going to take it. 200-foot play. Slap shot, 5-hole, denied by the stick blade of Niemi. Ollie back to defend. He shoves Gagliardi and takes a penalty. I think this is going to be a high stick on Ollie. Or whoever was back on that play. I think it was Ollie, was it not? 2 minutes in the blocks. 2 minutes, and yep, it's Keith Ollie. High stick? I don't know how he gets high sticking, though, unless I accidentally... Yeah, I did not press that button intentionally. I must have accidentally pressed the stick lift button, which on a PS3 is X. So, just for those of you wondering, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't actually mean to go for a stick lift, so that must have been an accident. Don't remember pressing that button. So, we'll kill time and all the way down. Oh, Setaguchi keeps it from going all the way down. That could actually work out well. Oh, controller. What an ill time for the controller to disconnect, killing this penalty off. Gagliardi back, coming back in, joining that play. Cogliano, we're going to dump it in. Sharks give us no choice but to dump this in. Sagan is hard on the forecheck. Shakes off his man. Tried to shake off Burns a second time. Almost made that deke successful, that loose puck move. So Pettit rims it behind the net. This is going to just kill time. I mean, the Sharks fans are booing. What is this power play doing for San Jose? That's off the glass and out. I think we're good. I think we're pretty much good on this penalty kill right here. Peverly harasses whoever that is breaking the puck out. He finds Pavelski. Again, they have no choice but to dump it in. We've seen so many dump-ins inside the half wall from San Jose in this game. Peverly a slap shot dump in. Nothing wrong with that. Killing as much time as possible. Just play it safe here. Peverly is on that. Uh-oh, Bertrand finds it. It was loose to Bertrand. Saved by Mrazek on the 5-hole attempt, and we will get a whistle and a D-zone face-off. I feel like I really have had to shake off the commentary rust in this game. It just feels, for me personally, it feels all over the place. But it's late afternoon recording this one, and my first playoff game in a while for me and the Flames. We missed a whole season without playoff hockey. Go with me, Cogliano. Cogs going to the back door, but he didn't get to it. Sagan making a very unselfish pass there. He could have just shot it. Well, Mrazek hasn't had a boatload of work to do in this game, to be completely fair to him. So there's my cut play across the middle. Drive the net. Oh, that's deflected. So Niemi had to be ready for a deflection off his own teammate on that really crazy ricochet. It was a hard pass. I don't know what it hit, if it hit a skate or a stick blade. Gagliardi getting into Sagan. So there will be a fair share of bruises in this series for both teams. We hate each other, and the physical play will not be lacking in this best of 7, however many games this requires. The guys wearing the white jerseys with the flaming C on their jerseys, they've shown up in this first game anyway. We've been business tonight. Riley Smith, you have another one. A fake shot. Smith to get to the inside. Woo! What a move. Whoa, what a move by Riley Smith. Not only can he score, he's got the hands, and Brent Burns has choice words for Riley Smith after that one. Please show me the replay, the deke and everything. Look at this deke. Oh, that was done dirty. He did McEwen so dirty with that move. That's a new deke in this game, I believe. I don't think that deke was in the NHL 13 game, so I think that's new to this game. I don't even know what I did. I know it was something with the right stick, and it was like you press L1 and you use the right stick, something to that effect. Sharks fans want the cup. I mean, you guys haven't even scored in game 1. Hold on. Hold the phone. Good play by Stahlberg. Skate, Stahlberg. Skate your little ass off. Oh, cut back move by Stahlberg. Floating a backhander wide. Sagan does a deke off the back of the net. Little Pavel Datsyuk type move, but not quite as clean. Oh, yeah. Air neck blad right into the nutsack of Kariba. And we just might dump this in with love. Nope, we didn't get it all the way in. Again, we just can't dump it in. Sagan does. Back on the forecheck we go. Clearly, this weak side locked forecheck is working. Everything has gone exactly to plan tonight for the Calgary Flames. Anyway, not for San Jose, but for me, everything has gone to plan. We just want to gain the red line and dump it in. Nah, that's out of play. So now the Sharks are going to have to game plan. Do they pull the goaltender soon? I'm going to put my second line out there. No one has a chance at a hat trick because the 2 goals were scored by different players. That was close to being a penalty. They didn't call it one. I'm surprised. We did not win it, so I assume the goaltender pull has got to be happening here. I didn't mean to do that move. Back for Kostitsin, an unselfish pass by Laxo. Could have just taken the shot. Dumped in, and there it is. Goaltender is pulled. Peckham up to Hanowski. He's going to be harassed by McEwen. Getting back on D now. Empty net. Wide. Kostitsin. Shoot. Oh! Are you kidding me? How do we now have the empty net goal here? Granlund. Bowled over by Burns. He just got it completely out-muscled by Burns. Play for your netminder. All he takes is second high sticking penalty in the game. But just trying to chase down Logan Couture. It is poked back to center. All he touches. And that will be officially his second time visiting the penalty box tonight. But I don't have a problem with that one. That one I actually meant to press the stick lift button, and I did get penalized for it. So I got to remember, Keith Olney, number 6. Again, this font on the Flames jersey is so difficult to read, but I do my best. Seeloff clears it off of Rich Peverly's face. Stahlberg down the ice, not into the empty net, but it will be a Game 1 victory. We take the first one in this series in somewhat dominating fashion. We get a shutout for Peter Mrazek, so he has shown his best work the first game on the road in San Jose. Every game that we play in this playoffs to open a series will be on the road. We will never have home ice advantage in the playoffs because we are the last team in the West in, unless we play New Jersey in the Stanley Cup Final.